Hello. Before our story begins tonight, I'd like you to find a place that feels soft beneath you. Let your shoulders melt, your breath slow, and your thoughts begin to float, light as candle smoke in the evening air. You don't need to do anything now, just listen to my voice. Feel the air around you, gentle, calm, and safe. Perhaps there's a faint breeze brushing your cheek, or the warmth of a blanket hugging your body. With every slow breath, the day fades behind you. The world grows quieter, slower, softer. In the distance, you can almost hear a sound, the soft chiming of bells carried by a sleepy wind, and the murmur of voices, cheerful, far away, echoes of a village long ago. Our story tonight begins there. In a small medieval town wrapped in stone walls and ivy, where the winter air smells faintly of pine smoke and baked bread. The year is 1347, and the village of St. Martin is preparing for its most curious night of the year. It is the eve of the Feast of Fools, a celebration that turns the world upside down. For one night only, the humble become the high, and laughter rules the kingdom. Now, let your mind's eye wander through narrow, cobbled streets. See the little cottages, their windows flickering with golden light. Snow dusts the rooftops, and each step you take crunches softly underfoot. Listen, somewhere nearby, a lute is being tuned, and children giggle as they paint wooden masks. Some like kings, some like donkeys, some like stars. There is joy in the air. But it is the gentle kind, like the moment before a candle is lit, or the hush before the first note of a song. Inside the town hall, a fire crackles merrily. The people have gathered, their cheeks pink from cold, their laughter rising and falling like the dance of flames. Every year, they choose one among them, a fool, a jester, a baker, or a shepherd, to be crowned the foolish king. And this year, it is a shy young miller named Thomas. He never expected such a thing. But as the villagers place a paper crown upon his head, he feels warmth spread through his chest, a mix of disbelief and delight. Long live the foolish king, they cry, and their voices echo through the rafters, softened by laughter and candlelight. Outside, the moon looks down kindly, round and silver, watching the people who have forgotten their worries for one brief night. You can imagine, can't you, the glow of the torches lining the square, the scent of honeyed wine, warm bread, the faint sweetness of roasted apples drifting through the cold air. Each sound is soft, cozy, close, the pluck of a lute string, the rustle of a wool cloak, the flutter of snowflakes brushing the windows. Thomas, the foolish king, sits upon a wooden chair made to look like a throne, but instead of jewels, it's decorated with ribbons and bells. The bells tinkle when he moves, a sound like laughter itself. An old woman, the town's healer, steps forward. She places in his hand a wooden scepter carved with a smiling face. "Rule well, O foolish king," she says, with a twinkle in her eye. "For tonight the world belongs to joy." The crowd claps, soft and cheerful, and Thomas bows too deeply, causing his bells to jingle again, and laughter spills through the hall like warm light. No one notices that outside the snow has begun to fall in slow, lazy spirals. The world grows quieter, the stars blur behind a soft white veil. Inside, the foolish king raises his cup. He toasts the bakers, the tailors, the shepherds, and even the cranky old man who keeps the town gate. Tonight, no one is poor, no one is tired, no one is forgotten. As the evening drifts onward, You can almost feel your own breath sinking with the rhythm of that hall, in and out, soft and slow. The laughter is gentle, never loud. It wraps around you like a blanket. The fire crackles softly in the background, and the faint pop of sap in the logs sounds almost like applause. Thomas looks around the room. Every face he sees glows in the candlelight. Neighbors, friends, even rivals, all joined in this strange, beautiful piece. For one night each year, they remember that kindness and laughter are the same kind of magic. Outside, the bell tower stands silent. The priest himself has traded his robe for a jester's hat with floppy ears. He pretends to trip, and the children shriek with laughter. The foolish king claps his hands, and the minstrels begin a slow, lilting song. It is a song without words, just notes that drift like snowflakes through the warm air. You might imagine the sound yourself now. Soft strings, a melody that moves in circles, spinning gently, like the turning of a snow globe. Let your breath follow that rhythm, in and out, like the music, like the snow, like sleep drawing near. And in that moment, something inside the young miller, the foolish king, changes. He realizes this night is not about mocking or mischief. It is about remembering the simple truth that laughter can heal. He closes his eyes and listens to the crackle of the hearth, to the song of the minstrels, to the whisper of falling snow outside. And slowly, the world becomes still again. The fire burns lower. The crowd begins to drift home, their laughter fading into the hush of night. Thomas remains seated for a moment longer, watching the embers pulse like sleepy hearts. He sets the paper crown upon the table and smiles. The bells on his sleeves tinkle softly, a lullaby of their own. As the last candle flickers out, the foolish king rises, steps into the snowy street, and looks up at the silver sky. The stars above seem to bow to him, not for his crown, but for his quiet heart. He whispers, "Long live the joy within us all," and his words drift upward, melting into the peaceful breath of night. And now, as the village of St. Martin sleeps once more beneath its blanket of snow, so may you. Let your thoughts settle like the softest flakes, drifting slowly down until everything inside you grows still, warm and wonderfully light. Breathe and rest. Dear listener, the feast of the foolish king is over for another year, and the night is yours. If these quiet tales are helping you drift off, a gentle like or a silent subscribe would mean the world. It helps this sleepy corner of the internet reach others who need a little calm too. I always wonder, where in the world are you listening from right now? If you're still awake, leave a whisper of a comment, maybe your city and the time on your clock. It's a beautiful thing, this quiet little global gathering, all connected through stories and stillness. Now, let's set the mood, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and get comfortable. Please, close your eyes, take a slow breath, and let your imagination wander where the fire's glow fades into moonlight. The laughter has faded now. Only the faintest sound remains, the whisper of wind brushing the rooftops, and the gentle sigh of snow as it settles on the cobblestones. Thomas, the foolish king, steps into that silence. The warmth of the hall still clings to his skin, but the night's chill greets him like an old friend. He wraps his cloak tighter, and the bells on his sleeve give a tiny, sleepy chime. Each sound feels softer now, as though the night itself has drawn close to listen. The moon sits low and full above the square. Its light pools across the snow, turning the streets into rivers of pearl. Thomas walks slowly, his boots crunching gently, and in the windows he passes, he sees candlelight dimming, families curling beneath quilts, their laughter fading into murmurs, their hearts warm and light. For one night the world had remembered joy. He smiles to himself. It is a shy, humble smile, the kind that hides within the corners of the lips but shines deeply through the eyes. He glances up at the church tower where the weather vane creaks softly. Even the tower seems to bow, as if the stone itself had laughed tonight. As he walks through the square, Thomas begins to hum the tune the minstrels played. It's quiet, slow, a melody that rises like the faint smoke from dying embers. Each note seems to warm the air around him. Each breath he takes feels lighter than the last. You can almost feel it too, the cool air, the rhythm of his steps, the hush of snow beneath his boots. Imagine that you are walking beside him. Your own footsteps are soft and steady. Your breath makes small clouds that drift and disappear. Above you, the moonlight glows like silver velvet, and every sound feels round and gentle. The world is half asleep, and you are part of it, peaceful, calm, unhurried. Thomas turns down a narrow lane where the baker's shop still smells faintly of bread. He pauses there, remembering how earlier that day the baker had laughed so hard he nearly dropped his tray of pastries. Thomas had never seen him laugh before. He chuckles softly to himself. It feels good, this quiet laughter that belongs to no one and everyone at once. In the next doorway, he spots a stray cat curled in a nest of straw. Its fur glows white in the moonlight. When Thomas kneels, the cat opens one eye, yawns a long, silent yawn, and goes back to sleep. The foolish king touches the edge of his paper crown. It's slightly bent now, a little damp from snow, but somehow that makes it feel more real. Ah, he murmurs softly. A crown is only worth the laughter it brings. The cat's tail twitches in agreement, and Thomas smiles again. He walks on, past the old well where lovers leave coins, past the smithy where tools gleam faintly in the moonlight. The anvil is quiet now, but it still hums with the memory of the day's work, a deep, steady vibration that feels almost like a heartbeat beneath the earth. Thomas stops and rests his hand upon the stone rim of the well. He looks into the still water below. For a moment, he sees his own reflection, not the foolish king, but simply a man smiling softly into the night. The water ripples, the reflection blurs, and in that blur, he feels something gentle inside him unfold, a warmth that isn't fire, but peace. The bells on his sleeve tinkle again. The sound is so small, so light, that it seems to hang in the air like a snowflake. He whispers into the well, his breath forming tiny clouds that drift downward. May the world always remember to laugh. His words echo softly, laugh, 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 until they fade into the deep, kind silence below. Thomas makes his way toward the edge of the village. Here, the wind has smoothed everything flat, a clean white sheet upon the earth. He walks beyond the last cottage, past the old stone wall covered in frost, until the fields open wide before him. The night stretches far and silent, the stars scattered like tiny candles in the sky. He stands still for a long while, just breathing, listening. And if you listen to right now, you might hear what he hears: the whisper of the wind brushing the trees, the creak of frozen branches swaying gently, the faint rush of an unseen river beneath its blanket of ice. Each sound folds softly into the next, until it becomes a single, slow rhythm. The rhythm of the sleeping earth. Thomas closes his eyes. He feels his heartbeat slow, his breath deepened. He feels small, but in the sweetest way, a tiny part of something vast and kind. The foolish king stands there under the endless sky, his paper crown shining faintly in the moonlight. And in that stillness, he realizes something simple and true, that laughter, like snow, comes quietly and leaves the world gentler than before. When he turns back toward the village, dawn is not far away. A pale blue light seeps slowly over the hills, touching the rooftops, the chimneys, the winding roads of St. Martin. The air smells of wood smoke and new snow. As Thomas walks home, he hears the faintest sound, a rooster stirring, a door creaking. The world is beginning to wake. The feast of fools is over, but its laughter lingers, not loud, not wild, but soft and golden, woven into the heartbeat of the town. When he reaches his cottage, he opens the door carefully so as not to wake his cat, removes the bent crown from his head, and sets it beside the window. Outside, the first rays of sunlight touch it, and for a moment it gleams like real gold. Thomas smiles, lies down by the fire, and lets his eyes drift shut. The bells on his sleeve give one final, sleepy chime, then silence. Only the soft crackle of the hearth remains, and the steady, calm rhythm of peaceful breathing. And somewhere, far beyond time, the foolish king still dreams of laughter, of kindness, of a world that remembers how to smile in the dark, breathe in and out. The snow has stopped. Dawn hovers just beyond the hills, but inside Thomas's dreams, the night lingers, silver.com and endless. He lies by the fire, his head resting against a wool blanket, his hand curled near the bent paper crown. The flames flicker quietly, casting golden ripples across the walls. And then the boundary between waking and dreaming softens like a veil, gently lifting. Thomas feels himself floating. The weight of his body dissolves. The warmth of the fire turns to a soft, glowing mist. The room expands and fades until he finds himself standing once more, not in his cottage, but in a vast hall made of light. It is neither real nor imagined. It is the place between both, where laughter leaves its echo. The air hums with warmth. The floor beneath him seems woven from candle flames, each one flickering softly beneath his feet. Above him hang hundreds of paper crowns, some torn, some perfect, drifting slowly like leaves on a summer breeze. In the center of the hall stands a mirror, tall and curved like a church window. But when Thomas looks into it, he doesn't see himself. He sees everyone who laughed that night, the baker, the healer, the priest in his floppy hat. He sees their smiles, shimmering like sunlight on water. And for each smile, a bell rings softly in the air, tiny, high, and clear, a sound that feels like peace. Let yourself hear that sound now, a bell, gentle and pure. Its tone carries through the air, through the stillness of your own mind. Each chime slows your breathing. Each echo unties a knot inside you. The bells multiply softly until they become a chorus, not loud, but endless. In that sound, Thomas begins to understand. The foolish king is not a jest, it is a reminder that even the smallest joy, even the briefest smile, can mend a weary world. He closes his eyes in the dream, and laughter swells around him, not the kind that shouts, but the kind that soothes, the kind that feels like home. The air shimmers, The crowns above him glow brighter. Each crown becomes a tiny lantern, and the light gathers, folding around him like a blanket. He feels safe. He feels light. He feels, for the first time, completely still. He begins to walk, though the floor feels like air beneath his feet. The hall fades into a gentle meadow bathed in twilight. The grass bends under the weight of dew. Crickets hum a sleepy tune. Fireflies drift in and out of the shadows, their glow as tender as breath. Thomas walks barefoot now. His crown glimmers faintly. When he looks up, the sky is filled not with stars, but with the faces of those he loves, their laughter twinkling silently, their joy suspended above the world. He smiles at them. They smile back. A breeze moves through the meadow, cool and soft, carrying the scent of lavender and old parchment. It brushes his hair, whispers across his skin, and in that whisper he hears the voice of the healer, the old woman from the feast. "Rule well, O foolish king," she says, her tone wrapped in warmth. Not with laws, but with light. Thomas places a hand on his chest and feels his heartbeat glowing beneath his palm, a soft, steady pulse that echoes through the meadow. With each beat, flowers open around him, their petals shimmering like laughter turned visible. He kneels and touches one, its texture like silk, its color shifting between gold and silver. When he lifts his hand, a small spark of light lingers on his fingertip. He holds it close, watching it pulse with his breath. The spark feels like memory, a child's giggle, a shared smile, a moment when sorrow forgot itself. He cups it carefully and whispers, "Stay." The spark drifts upward, joins the others, and together they form a faint constellation, a crown of light above his head. Now the meadow fades again, the light dims, the sound of the crickets slows, their rhythm blending with the sound of your own heartbeat. You are breathing quietly, slowly, in rhythm with the earth beneath you. Thomas lies back on the soft grass. The sky turns pale blue above him, the first hint of dawn touching the edge of the dream. He whispers one final word, not to anyone, but to the world itself: "Thank you." The ground hums softly in reply. It feels like being held, like being understood. The light around him becomes brighter now, but not blinding. It's the light of morning, warm, golden, forgiving. It folds around him gently, and with each passing second, the dream begins to dissolve, not like it's ending, but like it's becoming part of him. The bells fade, the meadow softens, and then he's back in his cottage, still sleeping peacefully by the fire. The paper crown is still catching the first beam of sunlight. Outside, the village of St. Martin awakens. Chimneys smoke again, doors creak open. The laughter of yesterday has turned to the quiet hum of a new day. But in the hush before morning truly breaks, if you listen closely, you can still hear it, a single, tiny bell, ringing softly from somewhere unseen. A reminder that joy never really ends. It only changes shape. It lingers in warm bread, in shared smiles, in the soft rhythm of your own breathing as you rest. And as you drift, you can feel that laughter now, not loud, but glowing, settling gently inside your chest. A warmth, a light, a promise that you are safe, and the world, even in its foolishness, is kind. So rest now, let the foolish king sleep, let the bells fall quiet, and let the peace of laughter fill your dreams. You are home, you are warm, you are enough. Breathe in and out and drift, drift into the sweetest, safest sleep. Breathe once more, slowly. The dream has grown thin like mist. The first threads of dawn are weaving through it. Thomas stirs. The paper crown has slipped beside his pillow, one corner curled toward the light. The fire is a bed of quiet red coals. The scent of ash and bread fills the room. Outside, a blackbird sings 3 notes, then a pause, as if even the bird is still half asleep. He opens his eyes. For a moment he does not know whether he is still the foolish king or simply the miller again. Then he smiles, because, perhaps, he thinks there is no difference. He sits up. The floorboards are cool beneath his feet. A faint strip of sunlight touches the wall, trembling with the dance of snowflakes falling past the window. He can hear the distant creak of wagon wheels, the clop of hooves, the village waking. Thomas stands, stretching his arms until his fingers brush the rafters. His body feels heavy and light at once, like dough that has risen through the night. He breathes in the scent of the new day wood smoke, snow, and something sweet, perhaps honey, left near the fire. He picks up the bent crown and studies it. Tiny flecks of wax have hardened on its edge, a memory of candles, laughter, and soft music. He smooths it carefully, then sets it on the windowsill where the sun can warm it. You can do the same, you know. Take something from yesterday, a memory, a smile, and hold it to the light. Notice how in the morning's warmth, even foolish things gleam like gold. Thomas steps outside. The snow has crusted overnight into a thin glaze that sparkles like glass. His boots leave deep prints, each one catching a shard of sun. The air bites, but kindly. He can taste cold and light together. Down the lane, the baker waves. "Morning, your majesty," he calls, grinning. Laughter flutters between them, easy and true. Children chase one another through the square, their wooden masks hanging at their sides now, eyes bright with leftover joy. Someone sweeps confetti from the cobbles. Someone else hums the minstrel's tune. The Feast of Fools has ended, yet the air still hums with a soft afterglow, like a bell whose echo never quite dies. Thomas walks to the well in the square, the same well where he whispered his wish the night before. He looks down, and in the clear morning water he sees the sky, pale blue, and, faintly, his own reflection smiling back. He drops a single coin into the water. The ripple spreads outward, round and round, until the image of the sky trembles, then settles again. "Thank you," he whispers, "to no one and to everything." A breeze drifts through the square, tugging at the pennants left from the night before. They flutter lazily, their colors faded, but still bright enough to make the snow blush with color. Thomas closes his eyes. He listens to the broom against the stone, to a door hinge squeaking, to the heartbeat of the town slowly finding its rhythm again. Each sound feels like part of a song too large to hear all at once. He breathes with it, in, out, until his breath and the town's are the same. In that moment, Thomas understands that joy is not a flame that burns once and fades. It is a coal that glows quietly beneath the ash, ready to warm the world again and again. He thinks of the healer's words, "Rule well, not with laws, but with light." He feels them settle in his chest. Perhaps that is what it means to be a foolish king, to keep laughter alive when the feast is done, to carry kindness like a lantern through ordinary days. And you, too, can carry such a lantern. It need not be bright. Its glow may be small and steady, like the warmth behind your ribs right now. With every calm breath, you feed that flame a little more. Inhale, a breath of light. Exhale, a wave of ease. The sun climbs higher. The snow begins to glitter in motion. Thomas feels the light touch his face, and for a heartbeat he remembers the dream, the meadow, the crowns of fireflies, the voices that laughed among the stars. He realizes that those faces are still here, in every smile he meets. He turns toward his mill. The wheel is already spinning with the morning current. The water glints gold. Each rotation sounds like a soft chuckle, steady and patient. Thomas places his hand on the wooden beam, feeling the hum of life within it. The foolish king bows his head slightly, not in sadness, but in quiet gratitude. He whispers, "Long live the joy within us all." The words drift upward with the spray of the wheel, catch the light, and disappear into the clear blue of morning. The story does not end. It merely breathes. The village hums, the hearths burn gently, and somewhere in the hush of sunlight and snow, the echo of that one night of laughter continues to ring. You can hear it if you listen. A single silver bell somewhere deep inside your own quiet. Listen, there it is. Let that sound stay with you. Let it cradle you as you rest. Let it remind you that the world, for all its foolishness, is soft and kind and still turning toward the light. The sun is climbing now. Snowflakes melt into droplets that slide from the eaves with tiny, musical plinks. The village glows, roofs sparkling, windows flashing, smoke drifting upward like ribbons of silk. Thomas stands before the mill pond. The wheel turns, patient and bright, its rhythm calm and certain. Every creak feels like a heartbeat inside the wood. He bends, scoops a handful of water, and watches it gleam through his fingers. It feels colder than night, but cleaner, newer, as if the world has washed itself while everyone slept. Behind him, he hears small footsteps crunching over the snow. He turns. A child stands there, a girl with a patchwork cloak and a wooden flute in her hand. Her cheeks are rosy from the cold. "Are you the king?" she asks, eyes wide. Thomas smiles, kneeling so their faces meet. "Only for a night," he says softly, "but the crown's work lasts longer." She tilts her head, thinking. Then she raises the flute and blows one trembling note. It's a little shy, almost lost to the wind. Thomas listens, nods, and answers with a hum, low, steady, warm. Their sounds weave together. Her high flute, his quiet humming, until the air itself seems to join in a single, simple melody of morning. You can hear it if you wish. Let it drift through your own breath, the long, gentle tone of two voices meeting. Feel it melt any leftover thoughts from the day. Nothing urgent remains, only the music of calm. When the girl stops playing, Thomas reaches into his pocket. He finds a small bell left from the feast, a toy made for the jester's sleeves. It's crooked and dull now, but when he shakes it, it still sings. He presses it into her palm. "Keep this," he tells her. "Whenever you feel the world grow heavy, ring it once. It will remind you that laughter never truly leaves." She holds it close, the way children hold a secret. Then she smiles, a wide, fearless smile, and runs off down the road. The bell gives a soft ting-ting with every step. Thomas watches her go until she's a flicker of color among the snow. He feels something open inside him, a warmth spreading outward like ripples in the pond. Not pride, not sadness, something gentler. Perhaps it's gratitude. Perhaps it's simply peace. He turns back to the mill, steps inside, and stirs the morning flower. The air fills with drifting dust that glitters in the sunlight. Each particle spins lazily through the beams of light, like tiny dancers caught in an eternal waltz. He hums again, the same tune from the night before, but slower now, softer, almost a lullaby. If you like, you can hum with him, very quietly. A note so low that only you can hear it inside your chest. Feel the vibration settle behind your ribs. That's your own mill wheel turning, your own rhythm of calm work and easy breathing. Let it move slowly. Let the sound become breath, and breath becomes silent again. The day unfolds gently. Villagers come to the mill one by one, a woman with a basket of grain, a boy carrying a loaf too large for his arms, the old priest with his donkey-ear cap tucked beneath his cloak. Each one smiles when they see Thomas, not because of the feast, but because something of that joy remains in the ordinary morning. They speak softly, exchange bread for flour, and in every word there's a trace of laughter left behind. It feels like sunlight caught between their voices. By noon, the sky is clear. Icicles drip steadily, marking the slow heartbeat of the thaw. Thomas wipes the flour from his hands and steps outside again. Across the fields, he sees the children building a snow figure, not of a knight or saint, but of a fool wearing a crooked crown. They place berries for eyes, and one of them rings the tiny bell from earlier. Its sound travels across the frozen air, clear, bright, endlessly gentle. Thomas laughs quietly, a single exhale that feels like a prayer. He bows, though no one sees, and whispers, "Long live the foolish hearts." The story might end there, but perhaps stories never end. They just soften, like snow turning to water, flowing quietly beneath everything alive. As you listen now, you might feel that same flow moving through you, steady, light, unhurried. It carries you farther from the noise of the day, deeper into rest. Your hands, your breath, your heartbeat, they slow to the pace of the mill wheel, round and round, smooth and sure. The air in the room feels warmer, the weight of the blanket heavier in a comforting way. The foolish king's world fades slowly from view, but his laughter, the soft kind, the safe kind, stays with you. It curls in your chest, a small ember that asks nothing, only glows. So let morning be the village now. Let the bells ring far away. Let every heart that smiled through the night wake gently, the way you are waking inside your own dream. Thomas turns once more toward his mill. The sound of water fills the air, steady, constant, endless. And with that sound, the tale settles into stillness. Stay in that stillness a little while. Feel the warmth of it, the soft hum of life continuing. The sun rises higher now, spilling gold over the village roofs. Shadows shrink, melting into light. Even the snow seems to shimmer differently, not white, but pale honey, soft enough to make the eyes flutter closed in peaceful wonder. Thomas walks slowly along the riverbank. The water moves quietly, reflecting the sky, and the sound is gentle, a constant whisper, a soft encouragement to let go. Every step he takes presses lightly into the thawing snow. It sighs beneath him, a small companion on the journey. He breathes in the crisp morning air. Each inhale carries the scent of pine, wood smoke, and fresh bread. Each exhale drifts across the frozen fields, carrying away the heaviness of sleep and yesterday's concerns. He finds a flat stone near the edge of the river and sits. From here, the village spreads like a quiet painting, smoky chimneys, glistening rooftops, children chasing a stray dog, the faint melody of a lute drifting from an open window. You can imagine it, too. See the colors, hear the distant sounds, feel the cold melting slowly on your skin. Everything is calm, soft, and unhurried. Thomas lifts the little bell once more. Its metal feels warm in his hand from the morning sun. He shakes it gently. Ding-ting, the sound spreads across the village like a sigh of happiness, light and lingering, settling into every corner, every heart. Nearby, a bird lands on a fence post. It tilts its head, curious, then chirps a small, sweet reply to the bell. Thomas smiles and hums along with it, a melody so soft it could only exist here in this peaceful dawn. And now, dear listener, imagine yourself walking beside him. Your steps are light. The snow crunches softly beneath your feet. Your breath mingles with his, steady, slow, calm. Everything is quiet, except for the gentle music of the morning. You feel warmth spreading in your chest. It is the echo of laughter, the kindness of small gestures, the soft heartbeat of a world that keeps turning, even when you are still. Thomas looks across the fields one last time. He remembers the Feast of Fools, the crowns, the laughter, the music, the way the village came alive with joy. But more than that, he remembers the quiet moments after the slow return to peace, the simple pleasure of watching sunlight dance on snow. He whispers to himself, all joy, even the loudest, must find its rest. All laughter, even the brightest, returns to quiet. And as he says this, he feels a deep settling in his chest, a calmness so complete it almost hums like the mill wheel. You can carry this feeling with you now. Feel it in your hands, in your feet, in the soft pulse at your temples. It is yours, always a quiet ember, glowing softly, guiding you toward sleep. Thomas rises. He lets the bell rest on the stone. Its echo fades, but the memory remains, floating in the air like a gentle mist. He turns toward the village, toward home, toward the hearth waiting for him. And he walks slowly, savoring every sound, every whisper of wind. The sky stretches wide above him, soft pastels of gold and pink. Clouds drift lazily, shaping themselves into gentle forms. A crown, a smile, a heart. The world feels tender, quiet, infinitely kind. Thomas steps into his home. The fire is warm and low. He kneels beside it, placing a hand lightly on the glowing coals. The warmth spreads through his fingers, up his arms, into his chest. He closes his eyes and listens to the crackle, to the faint ticking of the water wheel, to the soft breathing of the village around him. And there, in the stillness, he smiles. And now, dear listener, you too can let yourself rest. Let your shoulders fall, your hands soften, your mind drift. The village sleeps. The mill turns. The foolish king rests. And you are cradled by the same gentle world, safe and still. Breathe in, slow. Breathe out, gentle. Each exhale carries you closer to sleep. Each inhale fills you with the quiet glow of morning light. Imagine the snow melting softly, the bells echo lingering faintly in the air, and feel the warmth of joy carried in every calm, steady breath. The story is done for now. The village is awake. But here, in your mind, the soft glow remains. The laughter, the kindness, the quiet wonder, they all rest with you. Sleep now, slowly, deeply. Let the foolish king's soft joy drift with you into dreams. The world is calm, the sun is warm, you are safe, you are at peace. Evening settles gently over the village. Shadows lengthen across the snow, and the air feels cooler, tinged with the faint scent of pine and wood smoke. Every rooftop glows with the last pink light of sunset, like lanterns holding onto warmth before night fully arrives. Thomas steps outside once more, his boots crunching softly over frost-hardened paths. The river reflects the fading sky, silvering as the light dims, each ripple a gentle, hypnotic rhythm. It hums quietly, a lullaby only nature could compose. Above, the first stars peek shyly through the twilight. One by one, they blink awake, pale and delicate, like candles placed in the sky. The village below feels tiny, safe, cocooned in a soft blanket of darkening calm. You can see it, too. Feel the quiet chill of night brushing your cheeks. Hear the soft creak of wooden shutters closing, the faint crackle of fires in hearths, each tiny sound wrapping the village in comfort and safety. Thomas walks toward the small hill overlooking the village. He stops and sits on a rock, drawing his knees close. From here, the whole world feels quiet and endless, a perfect place for thoughts to drift freely, like the stars above. He hums a gentle tune, the same one that threaded through the Feast of Fools. Low, slow, the sound drifts outward, soft as feathers, curling around rooftops, drifting over chimneys, brushing the snow. It carries nothing but peace, nothing but calm. Imagine yourself here with him. Feel your body sinking deeper into softness, your legs and arms heavy, your shoulders loose. Every breath a slow, gentle wave. In, out, above, a thin crescent moon rises. Its silver light kisses the rooftops, turning them luminous in quiet, gentle arcs. Thomas lifts his hands to it, as if catching the moon's glow in his palms. The light seems to linger there for a moment, then drifts into the village like a soft sigh. The night air carries subtle sounds. A distant owl, wings brushing the trees. A dog barking far away, then silence again, the faint rustle of leaves, or perhaps the snow shifting under unseen paws. All these small noises form a peaceful symphony, a backdrop to the sleepy village and the hearts resting within it. Thomas closes his eyes and breathes slowly, deeply. The cool night air filled him with calm. He remembers the laughter of the Feast of Fools, the little bell, the children playing, the shared music. But now, in the quiet of night, it is soft, gentle, folded into the stillness, like a lullaby whispered just for him and for anyone listening along. Let your mind fold into this quiet. Imagine your thoughts like small leaves floating on a river, drifting farther away with each gentle ripple. Your body softens further, your eyelids heavy, your breath deep, slow, unhurried. The stars above shine steadily, one tiny, twinkling point at a time, like reminders that even in darkness, light exists. Each star is a note in the lullaby, each note a gentle nudge toward rest. Thomas whispers into the night, even foolishness, even chaos, can end in calm. Even laughter, even joy, can settle like soft snow upon the earth. And now, dear listener, feel that same calm settling over you. Your body is heavy, warm, and secure. Your mind quiet, flowing like the river, rippling gently toward sleep. In, slow, out, gentle, in, slow, out, peaceful. Let each breath match the river's rhythm. The mill wheel turning, the bell's fading echo. Everything slows, everything softens, everything rests. Thomas leans back on the hill, gazing at the stars. He lets the wind brush his face. The snow glimmers faintly. The village sleeps beneath him, each hearth a tiny heartbeat in the dark. You can lie here, too. Feel the night air around you, the quiet pulse beneath your body, the soft weight of blankets holding you gently. The feast of fools is over. The king has rested, the laughter has settled, and you are drifting, safe, calm, peaceful. Let your mind dissolve into quiet. Let your breath carry you like a soft lullaby. Let every star above and every light below guide you gently into sleep. The village rests, the mill rests, the foolish king rests, and now you can rest too. Sleep now, deeply, completely, in the calm, in the quiet, in the soft glow of memory and dream. The village now lies fully in shadow, a patchwork of roof lines and chimneys softened by night. Windows glow faintly with candlelight, flickering like tiny stars caught close to earth. Even the snow has turned quiet, no longer crisp, but soft and pliant under the night air, holding the echoes of footsteps and laughter from earlier, now softened into memory. Thomas walks along a narrow path lined with frosted bushes. The twigs scrape gently against each other in the soft breeze, a delicate rustle, almost musical. He bends to touch the snow, letting it trickle slowly through his fingers, listening to the whisper of crystals brushing together. You can hear it too, the snow settling, tiny flakes sliding over each other. The wind sighing softly through bare branches, the distant ripple of the river under ice. All these gentle sounds weave together, forming a blanket of calm that wraps around you. Thomas reaches the small bridge over the river. He pauses, resting his hands lightly on the railing. The water moves slowly beneath, silver and deep, carrying reflections of moonlight like scattered dreams. A single fish breaks the surface, creating tiny circles that fade almost instantly, a quiet reminder of life moving gently even in the stillness of night. He hums the lullaby again, low and slow. Each note drifts across the river, across the fields, across the sleeping village. You can imagine it flowing through your own chest, vibrating gently, carrying away every little worry. Behind him, the wind rustles a line of trees, leaves brushing softly against each other. It sounds like whispered conversation, gentle and friendly. Thomas smiles at the sound, knowing that even nature celebrates the quiet joy of night. Take a slow breath in, hold it just for a moment, and release it slowly. Let your shoulders fall, your hands soften, your mind drift. Every exhale releases tension. Every inhale fills you with calm, gentle warmth. Thomas steps off the bridge and onto the path that winds through the woods. The ground is soft underfoot, muffled by snow. His boots make only faint impressions, as if he's walking on clouds. Above, the stars have multiplied. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a silvery ribbon, and tiny constellations twinkle gently, flickering without urgency. He stops to watch them, letting the quiet expand around him. A small owl lands on a branch nearby. It blinks slowly at him, then turns its head, watching the river. Its wings rustle, ever so softly, as it preens, adding another layer of gentle sound to the night's lullaby. Thomas sits again, leaning against a tree. He closes his eyes, listening to the rhythm of the world, the river, the wind, the subtle creak of branches, the faint crackle of distant hearths. All these sounds weave together, slow and soothing, like a blanket wrapping around the listener. You can imagine yourself here too. Feel the cold air brushing your face. Hear the soft movement of water, wind, and wildlife. Let the rhythm of the forest, the river, and the night lull your mind. The bell from the Feast of Fools rests in his pocket. Its metal still carries the warmth of the sun from earlier. Thomas shakes it lightly. Ding, ting. The sound echoes softly, almost like a heartbeat, through the quiet woods. Take a breath in, as if the bell's sound is entering your chest, and exhale slowly, letting it ripple through your body. Relaxing every muscle. Inhale calm, exhale tension, inhale peace, exhale all the day's thoughts. The owl hoots softly, the river hums, the wind whispers. Thomas lays back on the soft snow. He watches the stars slowly drift across the sky. Each one twinkles like a lullaby, a gentle promise that the world is calm and all is safe. Imagine lying beside him, feeling the soft snow beneath you, the cold air turning pleasantly warm against your skin, your breath in rhythm with the gentle river, your heartbeat in time with the quiet bell. Everything slows, everything softens, everything rests. Thomas lets his eyes close completely. He drifts lightly between wakefulness and sleep, the world of the feast, of laughter and joy, now folded into quiet, gentle peace. Even the king, even the jesters, even the children, all are resting, cradled in the calm night. And now, dear listener, you too can rest fully. Let your body melt into the bed, your mind drift like leaves on the river. Every exhale releases tension. Every inhale fills you with gentle warmth. The night carries you. The stars guide you. The world is quiet, soft, safe. Sleep now, slowly, completely. Thomas sleeps. The village sleeps. And you are drifting into the deepest calm. Held by the story, held by the night, held by peace. The night deepens, wrapping the village in velvet darkness. Only the faint glow of hearths punctuates the blackness, tiny pools of warmth against the cool silvered snow. Even the trees stand still, their branches heavy with frost, holding each droplet like a delicate crystal. Thomas lies back fully now, letting the snow cushion him, soft and forgiving. The river hums nearby, slow and endless, carrying reflections of stars and moonlight. The gentle ripple of water creates a constant, soothing rhythm, like a heartbeat in the quiet night. Imagine yourself lying here with him. The snow beneath you is soft and cold at first, then comforting, molding perfectly to your shape. The river sings its lullaby to you. The wind whispers past your ears, brushing your hair. Everything is gentle, safe, and still. Thomas opens his eyes just slightly and watches the stars. They seem to pulse faintly, each twinkle a soft beat of calm. A shooting star crosses the sky, a streak of silver brushing across the night, an invitation to release any last threads of thought, any lingering tension. The wind shifts, carrying new scents, pine, resin, wood smoke from distant chimneys, a hint of bread cooling in the oven. Each scent is soft, drifting over the snow and into your senses, filling you with the warmth of home and the comfort of quiet routines. A small village cat pads silently across a rooftop. Its paws barely make a sound, but you can hear the tiny shift of tiles, the soft slide of claws against wood. It stops, curls into a small ball, and purrs, a low rhythmic hum that blends with the river's gentle song. Thomas stretches slowly, feeling the chill in his fingers and the warmth spreading through his chest. He reaches into his coat pocket, holding the little bell from the feast one last time. Ding-ting, the sound floats across the landscape, soft and distant, a reminder that joy even in chaos, always returns to gentle calm. Breathe in, slow, gentle, breathe out, soft, releasing. Each breath a wave of calm, washing over your body. Each exhale, letting go of tension, letting go of thought, letting go of time. Above, the stars shift imperceptibly, drifting lazily across the sky. Clouds, faint and diaphanous, float like soft silk. Thomas imagines the clouds as lullabies, wrapping the village in quiet comfort. Every house, every hearth, every sleeping villager is embraced in the soft folds of night. The snow beneath Thomas creaks faintly, a comforting, slow rhythm. An owl calls in the distance, soft and long. The river moves quietly, brushing the banks like gentle fingers. All these sounds layered together, a symphony of peace, perfectly timed to slow your heartbeat. Thomas closes his eyes fully now. He lets the night carry him, body heavy, mind light. Even the memory of the feast, the laughter, the music, the chaos, has folded into calm like a storybook closing. And now you can do the same. Let the night carry you. Let the river's rhythm guide you. Let the bell's echo settle in your chest. Let the wind whisper its gentle secrets into your ears. Feel your body sinking deeper, your legs heavy, your arms soft, your head cradled, every muscle, every thought, every tension melting, dissolving. You are safe, you are calm, you are ready to drift fully into sleep. Imagine the village from above. A blanket of snow covering streets and rooftops. Hearths glowing softly like fireflies. Stars twinkling above, reflecting on frozen rivers. And you, lying in the soft snow, cradled by this quiet world, drifting gently. Thomas breathes slowly, his chest rising and falling in a perfect, soothing rhythm. You can match his breath, slow in, soft out, in and out, with every breath, deeper into calm, with every breath. Closer to sleep, the night stretches endlessly. No sound startles, no worry intrudes. Only the soft symphony of nature, the memory of joy, and the gentle presence of quiet. Sleep now, drift now, let the feast of fools fade into distant memory, leaving only warmth, calm, and serenity. The king rests, the villagers rest, the river rests, and you are floating on the soft currents of night, held by the story, held by peace, held by the quiet world around you. The village now sleeps completely. Windows glow faintly, hearths crackle softly, and the snow outside blankets everything in quiet. Even the wind has calmed, carrying only a gentle, caressing brush against the treetops. Thomas lies still beneath the stars, letting the cold snow beneath him support his body, soft and solid, comforting like a gentle cradle. The river nearby whispers its slow, endless song, carrying reflections of moonlight across the quiet banks. Each ripple spreads outward, softly vibrating through the air, as if the world itself is breathing, slow and steady. Imagine the snowflakes drifting lightly, brushing against your cheeks, the faint scent of wood smoke curling toward you from distant chimneys. The soft hoot of an owl far in the woods, each tiny sound adding a layer to your calm, each tiny detail lulling you further into sleep. Thomas lifts the little bell from the feast one final time. He shakes it softly, ding, ting. The sound echoes faintly, bouncing between snow-laden trees, then fades, leaving a gentle hush that fills every corner of the village. Breathe in, soft and slow. Breathe out, releasing all tension. Inhale calm, exhale worries. With every breath, feel your body sinking deeper. With every breath, your mind floating farther. Let the snow, the stars, the river, and the night carry you completely. Thomas watches the sky. The Milky Way spreads wide, a silver river of light stretching endlessly overhead. Clouds drift lazily across it, soft and almost tangible, like silk scarves brushing the stars. The world is immense, quiet, and safe, and you are a small, peaceful part of it. The river hums, the wind whispers, the snow crinkles softly under hidden footsteps. The bell's echo fades, the owl hoots, everything slows, everything softens, everything rests. You too can rest. Feel your arms and legs sinking, your shoulders dropping, your eyelids heavy, your heartbeat slowing. Your mind is quiet, drifting like leaves on the river. Thomas lets his eyes close fully. The village sleeps beneath him. The king sleeps. The jesters, the children, the villagers, all resting peacefully. And you are safe, calm, serene, drifting into deep, gentle sleep. The snow whispers, the river hums, the bell echoes faintly, the wind caresses branches and rooftops. All these sounds merge into one endless lullaby, soft, soothing, infinite. Imagine lying here with Thomas, the cold of the snow becoming gentle warmth, the river's song carrying away tension, the stars above watching over you like tiny, protective lanterns, every exhale, every breath, taking you closer to peaceful sleep. Sleep now, drift now, let the village, the night, the stars, the river, the wind, the snow, let all of it carry you into calm, into quiet, into rest. The feast of fools has ended, the laughter has faded, the joy has folded into memory, and now only calm remains, soft, complete, and gentle. Thomas breathes slowly, the village breathes slowly, and you are drifting fully into deep sleep, safe, warm, peaceful, cradled by night, held by story, and ready to dream, slowly, softly, completely. The night stretches on, endless and calm. Every house in the village holds a flickering hearth, each tiny flame casting shadows that dance lazily on the walls. Thomas lies still on the snow, feeling the soft support beneath him, each gentle creak of the ground, a lullaby of quiet movement. The river hums its constant song, low, soft, steady, like a heartbeat beneath the skin of the earth. It whispers to the trees, to the snow, to the stars above, and to you, resting here with Thomas, perfectly calm and still. Imagine the gentle ripple of water beneath the bridge, the faint sparkle of ice catching the moonlight, the wind brushing softly against your cheeks, a bird calling once in the distance, then silence, all perfectly timed to soothe, to relax, to quiet your mind. Thomas lifts his hand to touch a snow-laden branch. The snow drifts softly down, brushing his fingers like featherlight touches. Each flake sparkles faintly in the moonlight, catching and scattering silver reflections. He lets them fall, watching them tumble slowly, one by one, disappearing into the soft white blanket of the ground. You can imagine each flake as a little thought, each one drifting, fading, dissolving, your mind lighter, softer, freer, your body sinking deeper into calm, your breath slow, rhythmic, in and out, in and out. The little bell lies quietly in Thomas' coat pocket now. Its gentle presence hums faintly, a memory of laughter and joy from the Feast of Fools. Even as the night deepens, it reminds you of warmth, of celebration, of peaceful endings. The wind brushes softly through the trees. Leaves, though mostly bare, murmur faintly, telling the quiet story of the night. Snowflakes drift down lazily, brushing rooftops and branches, And the river continues its endless, gentle flow, each element merging into one soft, hypnotic lullaby. Thomas breathes slowly, completely at rest. You mirror his breath, slow, soft, deep, feeling the snow's gentle support, feeling the river's calm embrace, feeling the night's gentle protective arms around you. Drift now, drift into deeper stillness, the feast, the laughter, the chaos, all folded gently into memory. All that remains is calm, soft, infinite, your mind quiet, your body resting, your soul cradled by night. Thomas' eyelids close fully. Above, the stars continue their slow, silent journey across the sky. The river hums, the wind whispers, the snow settles, and you are drifting deeper, slower, peaceful, sleep, completely, drift, fully. Let the world, the story, the night, carry you. The village sleeps, Thomas sleeps, and you are safe. The night begins to shift gently, almost imperceptibly. A pale light touches the tips of the trees, the first whispers of dawn gliding across the rooftops, painting soft gold along the snow, and the village remains wrapped in stillness. Thomas stirs only slightly, still wrapped in the calm embrace of the sleeping world. The little bell in his pocket rests quietly, a faint reminder of yesterday's laughter, now folded into peaceful memory. The river continues its slow, endless song, shimmering faintly as the first light touches it. Imagine the snow sparkling as if each flake holds a tiny sunbeam. The faint smell of morning dew and lingering wood smoke curling through the village. The soft chirp of a waking bird somewhere far away, each gentle detail layering softly over the night's lullaby, inviting you to drift deeper into relaxation. Thomas lifts his hand to touch the frost on a window pane. It sparkles like tiny crystals, catching the light and scattering it gently across the room. Each reflection is soft, slow, quiet, like tiny pulses of peace moving through your body, through your mind, through your soul. Breathe in calm, breathe out slow, in and out. With each breath, drift farther. With each heartbeat, sink deeper. The feast, the laughter, the playful chaos, now only a gentle memory. All that remains is softness, warmth, quiet, and stillness. The river reflects the dawn now, shimmering gold across the surface, its gentle hum a slow lullaby. The trees sway softly in the faint morning breeze. The snow crunches quietly beneath invisible footsteps of a waking world, and all of it merges into one seamless, infinite wave of calm. Thomas closes his eyes fully, letting the soft light warm his face. You, too, lie completely still, every muscle heavy, every thought drifting away, held by the story, held by the night, held by the gentle rhythm of life itself. Imagine the village from above. Rooftops glittering in the soft light of dawn, smoke rising lazily from chimneys, the river flowing calmly through the sleeping streets, and you lying quietly in the snow, perfectly safe, perfectly serene, held in this gentle world of light, calm, and infinite peace. Thomas breathes slowly, the village breathes slowly, and you are drifting fully, completely, effortlessly, into deep, soft, unbroken sleep. Sleep, drift, float. The feast of fools is done. The laughter has become memory. The night has cradled you. The dawn has kissed you. And now only calm remains. Feel the gentle warmth of the world around you. The soft rhythm of river, wind, and snow. The quiet presence of stars fading into daylight. All weaving a tapestry of peace and serenity around your body, your mind, your heart. Drift now, fully, slowly, sleep now, completely, softly. The story rests, the village rests, Thomas rests, Thomas rests, and you are safe, calm, peaceful, ready to dream, completely, gently, endlessly. The first light of morning stretches across the village, spilling softly through the windows. Thomas stirs, feeling the gentle support of the snow beneath him. The world is quiet, almost holding its breath, as if reluctant to break the calm that the night has woven. From a nearby cottage, a baker begins his morning quietly. A soft puff of warm air escapes the chimney, carrying the faint, comforting scent of fresh bread. You can imagine the gentle crackle of the fire as it heats the oven, the slow kneading of dough, and the soft tap-tap-tap of flour settling on the wooden counter. Outside, a cat stretches languidly, its fur brushing against frost-laden doorsteps. Its paws leave tiny prints in the soft snow, disappearing almost immediately under a faint drifting of fresh flakes. A dog in the distance lets out a gentle bark, tail thumping softly, a sound absorbed by the hushed village. Even the river, shimmering with early sunlight, seems to move more slowly, reflecting gold and silver together in a gentle, hypnotic dance. Take a slow, soft breath, feel the calm, heavy warmth of the village morning settling into your body. Let your eyelids sink, your shoulders release, your arms and legs soften. Imagine the gentle sun on your face, the faint whisper of wind, the quiet stir of life all around. All perfectly slow, gentle, serene. Thomas walks quietly along the snow-dusted cobblestone street. Each footstep makes a soft crunch, muffled by the snow, a soothing rhythm echoing in the calm. The baker waves, his hands dusted with flour. The faint smile on his lips hints at the memories of yesterday's feast of fools, now folded into quiet joy. You feel the warmth of the village, even from afar, like a soft blanket wrapping around your body. Birds begin to sing softly, their calls thin and delicate at first, then layering gently, like music composed by the world itself. The wind stirs the bare branches, letting loose a few drifting snowflakes that settle silently on rooftops. Even the old bell in the village square seems to hum faintly in rhythm with the day, a soft, barely audible echo that reminds Thomas and you that life moves gently, slowly, and safely here. Breathe in, soft, slow. Breathe out, letting go, in and out. Every sound you hear, the river, the wind, the birds, every smell, wood smoke, fresh bread, snow, every sight, sunlight glinting on frost, soft footprints in snow. All these sensations are cradling you, soothing you, letting you sink deeper into calm. Thomas notices children playing softly in the distance, their laughter gentle and muffled by the snow. They toss tiny snowballs at each other, their movements careful and slow, almost dreamlike. You can hear the faint jingle of a bell on a scarf, the soft crunch of their boots, but the sounds are quiet, calming. Part of the lullaby of the village waking. The memory of the Feast of Fools drifts through Thomas's mind. Yesterday's chaos, the laughter, the playful pranks, all now settled into gentle, warm recollections. The king, the jesters, the villagers, all are at peace, their joy softened into calm, and you, lying quietly in this imagined, snow-kissed world, absorb that calm, let it seep into your mind, your body, your breath, allowing you to drift deeper and deeper into gentle sleep. Feel your body sinking further into the comfort of your bed, or into the soft snow as Thomas does, arms heavy, legs soft, eyelids closed, every thought slowing, every worry fading, every heartbeat steady, rhythmic, hypnotic. The river glimmers in the morning sun. The wind stirs softly, brushing over rooftops and trees, and the village breathes quietly, slowly, in perfect harmony with the world around it and with you. Thomas wanders slowly along the village lane, each step cushioned by a blanket of snow. The soft crunch beneath his boots is rhythmic, gentle, almost like a slow heartbeat, steady and calming. Every house he passes emits faint, comforting smells, the sweet aroma of baked bread, the warm scent of burning wood, the delicate fragrance of herbs drying by the windows. A small cat emerges from behind a cottage wall. Its fur is thick and soft, brushing Thomas's hand as it winds around his legs. It purrs quietly, a soothing vibration that echoes through the still morning air. You can imagine the gentle warmth of the cat against your skin, the softness of its fur, the calm of its presence, every detail lulling you deeper into serenity. Nearby, a dog yawns lazily, shaking its fur and sending tiny snowflakes scattering. It sniffs the air and trots a few steps toward Thomas, tail wagging slowly, gently, and with each movement, your own muscles release tension, your breath slows, your body melts further into comfort. The river glimmers in the morning light, a soft silver ribbon winding through the village. Ice edges glint faintly, catching the sun, scattering tiny sparkles in every direction. A gentle bird call rises and falls, delicate and calming, echoing softly across the snow-covered rooftops. Even the old bell in the square seems to hum quietly, its sound absorbed by the morning air, a lullaby for Thomas and for you. Thomas pauses by a small garden, its plants frosted yet still beautiful in the quiet morning. A tiny robin hops along the path, its movements slow, careful, deliberate. Imagine following the robin with your eyes, watching it peck gently at frozen seeds, feeling the rhythm of its calm presence, and letting that calm enter your mind, spreading through every corner of thought. Breathe in, gentle, slow. Breathe out, releasing tension, in and out. Let every sound, the wind, the river, the soft crunch of snow, the faint bird calls, wrap around you, cradling your mind, your body, your soul. Each breath carrying you deeper, each exhale releasing you further. Thomas remembers the feast of fools, now softened in memory. The laughter, the playful pranks, the playful, upside-down world. All now a gentle echo, folded into calm warmth. Even the king's foolish crown seems less boisterous, more like a soft, golden memory floating through the village air. And you, lying quietly in your own imagined world, feel that same warmth, that same gentle peace washing over you. Snow drifts lazily from the trees, brushing rooftops and streets. Tiny flakes land softly on Thomas's coat, on your shoulders, on your eyelids, each one a quiet touch, a delicate reminder of serenity, of slow, soft, effortless calm. Thomas reaches the village fountain, its waters partially frozen, glittering under the sun. A thin wisp of steam rises, whispering into the morning air, and as he watches, you too feel the gentle warmth of that steam, the soft pulse of life, the slow rhythm of a world waking, yet entirely safe, entirely calm. You feel yourself sinking deeper, heavier, softer, your mind quiet, your thoughts floating away, your body perfectly still, your breathing steady, slow, rhythmic, every sound, every shimmer of light, every gentle touch of the snow, all carrying you into a calm, dreamlike state. Thomas sits quietly by the fountain, letting the morning settle around him. He breathes slowly. You mirror his breath, soft, deep, hypnotic, in and out, and with each breath you sink further into sleep, into peace, into a world of gentle dreams. Thomas notices a small group of villagers gathered near the square, their voices quiet and gentle. They exchange soft greetings, smiles brushing across their faces like morning sunlight. Even the children play slowly, tossing tiny snowballs in careful arcs, laughing so softly that the sound seems almost like a lullaby. A young girl approaches Thomas, her cheeks rosy from the cold. She offers him a small bundle of herbs, their aroma delicate and calming, lavender, rosemary, and thyme. You can imagine the gentle scent wrapping around you, filling the room, easing every thought, every worry, inviting your mind to soften, to melt into the warmth of calm. The baker steps outside, carrying a tray of warm bread, its steam curling lazily in the crisp morning air. Thomas breathes in the faint sweetness. You too inhale softly, imagining the warmth spreading through your chest, flowing down your arms and legs, down to your toes. Each exhale releases tension, each inhale filling you with comfort. A horse grazes quietly nearby, its soft chewing and the gentle swish of its tail blending into the village symphony. The river hums faintly as it winds past the fountain, silver light flickering across the surface. Birds hop along frozen branches, their calls soft and scattered. Even the bell in the distance seems to resonate, slower, calmer, more soothing with every chime. Thomas sits on a low wooden bench, feeling the snow lightly dusting his coat. A cat curls beside him, purring softly, a vibration that mirrors his heartbeat. You imagine the warmth of the cat, the faint rumble of its purr, and let that warmth sink into your own body. Heavy eyelids, relaxed shoulders, slow, steady breathing. Breathe in, soft, slow, breathe out, release, in and out. Let each gentle sound, each delicate movement of snow, river, wind, and feathered wings carry you deeper, every sensation wrapping you in calm, cradling you, letting you drift further. The villagers begin to prepare a small morning meal, quietly and carefully. Pots and pans clink softly, not harsh, but a rhythmic, soothing melody. Steam rises, mingling with the crisp air, carrying faint scents of porridge, roasted apples, and warm spices. Every detail is a gentle thread weaving comfort into your mind. Thomas reflects on the Feast of Fools once more. The laughter, the playful pranks, the upside-down merriment, all now gentle memories, like soft feathers floating down to rest in the snow. Even the foolish king's antics feel tender, almost like a lullaby, a warm, safe echo of joy. You allow those images to settle in your mind, folding into calm, and your body follows, sinking deeper, heavier, more serene. The soft morning sun climbs higher, casting a golden glow over rooftops and trees. Frost sparkles like tiny stars in daylight, the river glinting silver and gold. Thomas stretches slowly, feeling the warmth of the sun, the soft snow, the gentle rhythm of the village, and you, lying quietly in your bed or your own imagined snow-dusted lane, feel the same warmth, the same slow, steady heartbeat of life, calming, soothing, letting you drift fully, completely. The village exhales, the river flows, the trees sway, and you lie perfectly still, soft, heavy, calm. Every thought fades, every worry melts, every breath carries you further into serenity, every sound, every shimmer of light every gentle touch of air or snow guiding you gently. Slowly, into deep, unbroken sleep, Thomas closes his eyes fully, the world around him humming softly in harmony. The cat curls closer, the river hums, the wind whispers, and you drift, weightless, peaceful, safe, into the soft. Thomas rises slowly from the wooden bench, feeling the soft snow under his boots and the lingering warmth of the morning sun. The village around him hums quietly, each movement slow and gentle, as if the world itself is exhaling a sigh of calm. Even the birds seem to tiptoe across the sky, their wings barely stirring the air, leaving a soft whisper of feathers behind. He walks past the fountain once more, the partially frozen water glinting silver and gold in the sunlight. Tiny ice crystals shimmer along the edges, catching the light like scattered stars. Thomas pauses, letting the sparkle wash over him, soft and calming, and you imagine the same warmth, the same gentle sparkle, filling your own mind, your body, your breath. Nearby, a villager hums a quiet tune, soft and slow, the melody drifting lazily over the rooftops. The sound is barely more than a whisper, yet it wraps the village in warmth, echoing gently in every snow-dusted lane. A small child giggles softly in the distance, a sound so light it feels like feathers brushing against your cheek. Even the wind carries a delicate rhythm, rustling leaves and branches with a soothing, hypnotic sway. Breathe in, soft, gentle. Breathe out, letting go, in and out, each sound, each shimmer of light, each movement of air or snow is a thread weaving calm into your mind, into your body, into your very being, every heartbeat slowing, every muscle softening, every thought drifting, floating away. Thomas remembers the Feast of Fools, not with loud laughter or playful chaos, but as a gentle memory, like warm candlelight flickering in the quiet. He recalls the king, the jesters, the villagers, all sharing joy in soft, fleeting moments, and now, all that mirth has softened into calm, like snow settling over rooftops, muffling every harsh sound. You feel that same calm settling around you, gentle, protective, endless. A cat curls once more at Thomas's feet, purring faintly, a vibration mirrored in your own chest. A dog stretches lazily nearby, its tail brushing snow softly, a rhythmic pulse of calm. The river flows silently, shimmering in silver light, carrying away any remaining tension, any lingering thought, any worry. You imagine the gentle ripple of the water, its cool calm moving slowly through your mind, and your body follows, sinking deeper, heavier, soft, perfectly at peace. Breathe in, calm. Breathe out, release, in and out. Every sound, every touch, every sight guides you. Deeper, slower, calmer. Every exhale carries you further. Every inhale fills you with warmth, serenity, tranquility. Thomas walks slowly back to the village square, where sunlight dances across frost-covered stones. Villagers go about quiet morning tasks. A pot of porridge simmers softly, smoke curling gently from chimneys. A horse nuzzles its blanket, eyes half-closed in peace. Even the echoes of yesterday's laughter drift softly, faint and gentle. Like feathers landing on snow, a memory of joy transformed into calm. The old bell chimes once, twice, softly, its sound lingering like a warm caress over the village rooftops. You hear it too, a gentle rhythm, a heartbeat of safety, of slow, quiet days, of peace. Thomas takes a final breath of crisp, soft air and you mirror him, long, slow, calm, letting go completely. Snow drifts lazily from the trees, brushing softly across roofs and lanes, covering the village in a quiet blanket. Thomas closes his eyes. The cat at his feet curls tighter. The river whispers. The wind hums, and you drift. Heavier, slower, softer, every sensation a lullaby, every memory gentle, every thought dissolving into warm, peaceful sleep. You feel yourself melting into rest. Your body weightless.com, secure, your mind soft, quiet, drifting, like Thomas, like the village, like the lingering echoes of the feast, safe, warm, serene, ready to surrender fully to sleep. And as the world continues its gentle rhythm, you close your eyes completely, sinking deeper, deeper still, into a dreamlike, endless, restorative calm. The sun slowly sinks, casting long, golden shadows over the village rooftops. Thomas walks through the streets one last time, his footsteps slow, cushioned by a layer of soft snow. Each sound, the crunch beneath his boots, the faint whistle of the wind, is gentle, rhythmic, hypnotic, inviting your mind and body to sink even deeper into calm. Lanterns begin to glow softly in windows, warm pools of light spilling onto frost-tipped stones. The smell of hearth smoke mingles with the fading scent of herbs and bread, comforting, familiar. You imagine the same warmth surrounding you, soft and safe, cradling you like a gentle embrace. Even the animals move slowly now. The cat at Thomas's feet curls tighter, purring faintly. The horse lifts its head lazily, nuzzles its blanket, and exhales softly. Every movement, every sound, every shimmer of light is a whisper, coaxing your body and mind to release, to soften, to rest. Thomas pauses by the fountain. The river glows silver in the fading light. He touches the ice gently, feeling the smooth, cool surface, the soft ripple beneath. And you, lying quietly, imagine that same gentle touch, the sensation flowing into your fingertips, spreading warmth through your arms, your chest, a slow, calming current carrying you deeper into stillness. Breathe in, calm, breathe out, let go, in and out, every sound, every shimmer of snow, every soft touch of air guides you, slower, softer, deeper. Each exhale carries tension away. Each inhale fills you with serenity. Thomas reflects one last time on the Feast of Fools. The laughter, the playful chaos, the upside-down world, all now softened into gentle golden memories. Even the king's foolish antics are peaceful echoes, folding into the quiet of the night. You let those echoes settle in your own mind, soft, warm, protective. A final layer of comfort as your body and mind drift effortlessly toward sleep. The village exhales. The wind whispers through the trees, brushing snow from branches in delicate flurries. The river hums faintly, softly, softly, and the world, the village, Thomas, and you, all breathe together in perfect, gentle rhythm. Thomas lies down on a bench now, the snow melting softly around him in the warmth of lantern light. The cat curls beside him. The village is quiet. And you, lying in your own imagined space, let every muscle melt, every thought float away, heavier, softer, calmer, weightless, safe, ready to drift into endless, dreamlike serenity. The stars begin to peek from the darkening sky, twinkling softly. Each one a quiet spark, a lullaby of light, guiding your mind into gentle dreams. The wind sighs, the river ripples, the snow drifts, and you surrender completely, letting the village, the feast, Thomas, and every soft echo carry you into sleep, deeper, calmer, peaceful, dreamlike, restful, endless. You are completely safe, completely calm, completely at rest, and now you drift, weightless, into a night of perfect, restorative sleep. Relax, let your body sink deeper. Feel the calm in your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Feel the warmth of blankets, the gentle hum of the world around you, the quiet rhythm of your breath. Our story drifts further into the village, where soft snow blankets, rooftops, and the air smells faintly of herbs, bread, and wood smoke. Thomas rises once more, moving slowly through quiet lanes, snow crunching gently beneath his boots. Lantern light flickers on frost-covered windows, painting warm, golden rectangles across the streets. He passes the baker, who hums a slow, gentle tune while setting out warm loaves. You imagine the smell, soft, rich, the bread still warm, steam curling lazily into the cold air. Breathe in that warmth, let it fill your chest. Breathe out slowly, letting all tension melt away. Nearby, the blacksmith tends his fire, sparks glowing faintly in the fading light. The rhythmic tap of hammer on metal is soft and hypnotic, almost like a heartbeat echoing in the village. Each sound settles over Thomas, over the streets, over you, a slow, reassuring rhythm guiding you into deeper calm. The children have gathered near the fountain, their laughter now faint, almost whispered. They toss small snowballs gently, giggling softly, careful not to disturb the quiet. You can picture them moving with ease, their joy light and delicate, floating across the snow like feathers. Let that softness drift into your mind, your chest, your limbs, each giggle a tiny ripple of serenity, spreading through your body. Thomas pauses beneath the old oak near the square. The bark is rough under his hand, yet comforting, ancient, full of memory. He recalls the Feast of Fools, the upside-down day, the playful chaos, the laughter that once echoed from roof to roof, now softened into memory. It's like a lullaby, a gentle hum of happiness wrapped in warmth. You feel the same gentle hum in your mind, a protective, soothing blanket. The village river glows silver as the last light touches its surface. Thomas kneels to touch the water, feeling the slow ripple brush his fingers, cool, soft, comforting. Imagine the same water sliding over your hands, then spreading through your arms, your chest, your legs, calming, softening, guiding you deeper. Every breath slow, deliberate, heavy with comfort. Villagers move quietly, exchanging soft words, smiles brushing across faces in the fading light. A woman carries a basket of herbs, their scents gentle, rosemary, lavender, thyme, curling in the cold air. A dog trots lazily beside her, tail wagging softly, brushing snow from the path. All these movements, these small sounds, become a symphony of calm, a melody you can almost hear with your fingertips and toes. The evening grows softer, darker, warmer. Lanterns flicker more brightly, casting shadows that sway gently across walls. Thomas sits once again on the bench near the fountain, snow drifting lightly around him, catching on his cloak, on the branches, on the cobblestones. The cat curls beside him again, purring faintly, a vibration that mirrors the slow rhythm of your heartbeat. Feel that vibration. Let it sink through your body, heavy, warm, calm. Breathe in, calm, breathe out. Release in and out. Every sound, every movement, every flicker of light is a thread of peace, weaving through your mind, your body, your soul. Every exhale carries tension away. Every inhale fills you with warmth, serenity, deep, restorative, calm. Thomas thinks of the king again, of the feast of fools, the day of playful chaos, of upside-down rules, now softened into memory. The laughter no longer boisterous, only gentle, fading, like a lullaby carried on the wind. You feel that same softness in your own chest, in your mind, soft laughter, soft joy, soft memories, all folding into your calm. The snow continues to drift lazily, covering every surface in a quiet, white blanket. Footsteps are muted, voices are hushed, the wind whispers softly through bare branches. Thomas breathes slowly, deeply, and you follow the rhythm, slow, calm, soft, peaceful, heavier with each breath. Evening stretches over the village, each lantern a glowing heartbeat. The river hums a lullaby. The distant bell tolls once, twice. Every sound, every shimmer, every movement carries you further into calm. Every muscle releases, every thought floats away, weightless, safe, serene, ready for sleep. Thomas leans back on the bench, eyes half closed. The cat curls tighter, purring. The village exhales, the river ripples, the wind sighs, and you drift heavier, slower, calmer, sinking deeper into dreamlike serenity. The night deepens gently over the village. Thomas rises once more, moving slowly through narrow lanes dusted in soft snow. The footprints he leaves behind are delicate, fading almost immediately into the white blanket beneath. Each step, each soft crunch, is a gentle rhythm that lulls your mind, quiet, slow, peaceful. Lanterns glow warmly in windows, spilling honeyed light across icy stones. From one small home, the faint aroma of spiced tea curls into the air. You imagine that warmth surrounding you, sinking into your chest, your shoulders, melting away the last bits of tension. A blackbird lifts from a roof, its wings whispering through the frosted air. Thomas watches it drift lazily across the sky, a feathered shadow in silver twilight. You feel that same ease, drifting, floating, weightless, carried by invisible currents of calm. The village square, once echoing with laughter, is now serene. Snow muffles every sound, every movement, wrapping the world in softness. A few lanterns sway gently, their flames breathing slowly, like hearts in quiet rhythm. Thomas leans against the fountain, tracing soft circles on the icy rim, feeling the coldness turn comforting, almost tender, and you, lying quietly, imagine that sensation flowing from your fingertips through your arms, your chest, your legs, heavy, calm, complete. Children peek from windows, sleepy-eyed, blankets around their shoulders. A small dog trots across the street, nose brushing the snow, leaving delicate prints behind. The world is soft, rhythmic, gentle, like a lullaby being whispered just for you. Thomas walks along the riverbank, the silver water reflecting lantern light and fading stars. He dips his hand into the slow current, letting the soft water flow over his fingers, each ripple carrying away the day's warmth and playful chaos. You imagine the same sensation, your own hands, your own body, cool, soft, calm, letting go. The Feast of Fools is now a memory, a golden echo softened into serenity. The king's foolish antics, the jester's playful tricks, the upside-down rules, all drift away into the night, leaving only warmth, calm, and gentle joy. You feel that same gentle joy settle over you, a whisper in your chest, a warmth in your limbs, a lullaby in your mind. Breathe in, calm, breathe out, let go, in and out, every sound, every shimmer of snow, every flicker of light. weaves a thread of peace through your mind, your body, your soul. Every exhale releases tension. Every inhale fills you with warmth, serenity. Calm. Thomas notices the trees lining the square, their bare branches glittering with frost. The moonlight scatters through them, each branch a silver thread, each ice crystal a tiny star. The wind rustles softly through the leaves, a lullaby of motion and sound. Your mind drifts with the branches, swaying slowly, rising, falling, drifting deeper into calm. A soft snowflake lands on Thomas's cloak, melting almost instantly, leaving a tiny touch of coolness. You imagine the same gentle touch on your skin, a whisper of snow, a kiss of the night. Each sensation heavy with peace, soft, soothing, hypnotic. Thomas watches the village from the fountain, lanterns reflecting in icy puddles, smoke curling from chimneys. He breathes slowly, deeply, and you breathe with him, slow, calm, heavier with each exhale. All thoughts fading, all tension gone, weightless, safe, serene, ready for sleep. The stars twinkle faintly in the sky, each one a delicate lullaby of light. The cat curls beside Thomas, purring faintly. The distant bell tolls once, then twice. Every sound, every flicker, every gentle motion guides you further, deeper, calmer. Thomas finally sits on the bench, letting the snow drift around him. The village exhales in quiet harmony. The river hums, the wind whispers, and you drift with them, heavier, slower, calmer, sinking into a dreamlike, restorative, peaceful sleep. Relax, feel your body sink deeper, heavier, slower. Let your arms and legs melt into the mattress, the blankets, the warmth around you. Breathe in, soft, calm. Breathe out, release, all tension, all thoughts, floating away. Thomas walks along the quiet village streets once more, the snow now deeper, muffling every sound. Footsteps, soft, nearly silent. Lanterns casting golden pools of light across icy cobblestones. The air is crisp, fragrant with the faint scent of pine, smoke, and roasted bread. You imagine that same softness surrounding you, a warm cocoon of serenity along the riverbank. Ice glistens under moonlight, each crystal catching the silver glow. Thomas kneels, letting his fingers brush the smooth, cold surface of the river. The water moves slowly, whispering in gentle ripples. You feel that same motion flowing over your own hands, your arms, your chest, a wave of calm washing through every limb, every muscle. The Feast of Fools is only a memory now, softened, transformed. The king's playful antics, the jesters' tricks, the laughter of villagers, all become golden threads woven into the calm night. You imagine that laughter, distant and soft, folding into your mind, warm, gentle, a lullaby only for you. Thomas pauses beneath the great oak, ancient and serene. Its branches stretch across the sky, dusted with snow and sparkling like starlight. He rests his hand on the bark, feeling history pulse beneath his fingers. Centuries of quiet calm. You feel the same connection, the same pulse of peace, slow, rhythmic, steady. Every breath in, calm. Every breath out, release. Nearby, villagers move quietly. A mother carries her sleeping child, blanket tucked snugly around them. A dog trots lazily behind, tail brushing the snow. All motions, slow, deliberate, hypnotic. The world itself seems to breathe with gentle rhythm, inviting your own mind and body to sink, to relax, to drift. Thomas walks along the square, observing lanterns swaying softly in the wind. Their flames flicker slowly, almost like tiny hearts beating in gentle rhythm. He smiles softly at the memory of upside-down laughter, the playful chaos of the feast. Now, softened into quiet joy, it feels like a lullaby that drifts over the village, over him, over you. Breathe in, calm, breathe out, let go, in and out, every snowflake that drifts, every ripple in the river, every soft light weaves a thread of peace through your mind, your body, your soul. Every exhale releases tension. Every inhale fills you with warmth, serenity, deep calm. The cat curls beside Thomas, purring faintly, a vibration soft and rhythmic. You feel that vibration echo through your own chest, your limbs, slow, comforting, grounding. The village exhales, the river murmurs, the wind whispers, and you drift, heavier, slower, calmer, sinking deeper into a restorative, dreamlike state. Thomas sits by the fountain, snow falling lightly around him. He traces soft patterns on the icy surface, each ripple fading almost immediately. The patterns are delicate, ephemeral, like thoughts drifting peacefully from your mind, soft, light, gentle, melting away, leaving only calm, serenity, rest. The stars twinkle faintly above, each one a gentle lullaby of light. Thomas tilts his head back, watching them shimmer. And you watch them too, in your mind. Each star a whisper of peace, a soft spark of calm. You feel yourself floating, weightless, safe, serene, ready to drift fully into sleep. The wind sighs through the trees, carrying soft snowflakes over the rooftops. Lanterns glow brighter, then softer. In the rhythm of night, Thomas breathes slowly, deeply, and you breathe with him, matching the rhythm of snow, wind, and river, slow, calm, heavy with serenity. Every movement, every sound, every shimmer of light guides you deeper, slower, softer. The village, the river, the snow, the stars, the feast of fools, all fold into a blanket of warmth and calm around your mind and body. You drift, weightless, peaceful, endless. Thomas closes his eyes, letting the snow settle around him. The cat curls closer, purring. The river hums, the wind whispers, lanterns glow, faint bells toll, and you drift completely, deeper, calmer, heavier, sinking fully into restorative, dreamlike sleep. You are safe, you are calm, you are completely at rest. And now you drift, weightless, into a night of perfect, restorative sleep.